What's going on, fellow redliners? Welcome back to another video. As you guys can probably tell, I'm not in my GTR and I'm not in my Genesis Coupe. I'm actually in a 2017 Chevrolet Camaro. This one right here is a V6 model and it happens to be a convertible. Why am I in here if you guys haven't been following the channel? Well, this is my 2.5 week road trip that I'm taking, and this is the car we rented. We rented a convertible because obviously we're doing some very, very nice, exciting roads and we want to enjoy it with the top down. I've obviously put the top up for the purpose of the video so you guys don't, get blown away by wind noise. So let's go over the 5 things I hate about this car. So far, I've put about 5,000 miles on this car, so I think that's appropriate enough for me to give you my honest opinion about what's wrong with this car. So number 5 shouldn't surprise you. It's something, that the Camaro has been known for many, many years, and that is the lack of visibility. This car is actually quite atrocious. When you have the convertible top up, your blind spot on the right is just so bad that it's kind of scary. Like, you slowly merge or you slow down, check your mirrors multiple times before merging because your blind spot is, non-existent. It's a blind spot. You can't see through it because the convertible top closes on it. So it's something that I wish Chevy would resurrect, but it's just something that's plagued the Camaro for many, many years, and that includes rearward visibility. The door sills sit kind of high, so that, even side visibility, not in your blind spot, is tougher than it really should be. Also, on top of that, because of the door sill sitting high, when you want to rest your arm, it's kind of an awkward position, but yeah, I figured I'd mention that as well. The 4th thing I dislike about this car is the fact that it includes an electronic parking brake as opposed to a manual parking brake. And that's not just specific to this car, that's any car. It really ruins the fun that you can have with a real manual parking brake. You can rip a manual parking brake, do donuts. Like this is the V6 model, so it's okay to do some donuts, but it doesn't have the power to continue. And you having an electronic parking brake limits you in the sense that you can't really continue and have fun like that. And being a muscle car, I feel like it really lacks the analog feel of ripping that e-brake, doing some donuts, having fun with yourself, with your friends, and all that. So I kind of wish that Chevy would have kept the manual parking brake as opposed to switching to this flimsy electronic one. The 3rd thing I dislike about this car is the fact that it has an automatic transmission. Just kidding. The automatic transmission in this car is not very good. So if you guys are selecting this car, I definitely recommend doing the manual transmission option. But for the sake of this video, the 3rd thing I dislike is the automatic transmission. And that's because it's quite slow. It's kind of clumsy in the sense that when you want to accelerate, it takes a little while to do it. Like automatic mode on the highway here, just cruising. I'm going to plant my foot right now. And it just picked up. And when I let off, it holds the revs. It's at 4,000, 3,000, 3,500, 2,000 now. It takes a while to start dropping. It doesn't just go, from 5,000 drops all the way. So that means when you want to, after you've passed someone, you want to accelerate normally again, you're still at 4,000 RPMs, you touch it, you get jolted back in your seat. Also, when you flip it to manual mode and use the paddles, it's a little slow in its response. So like I click the downshift, it just downshifted. One more. Just downshifted now. Upshifts are a little bit quicker, not much, but again, they're not the best. And even when you use the Triptro on here, it's the same delay. So I just kind of wish that they would have optimized it a little more. I'm sure Chevy has the know-how to do so. It would be nice to do it, but then again, you also have the manual. And again, my recommendation to you guys would be go with the manual if you're choosing this car. The 2nd thing I really dislike about this car is the reliability associated with it. We got this car with just over 10,000 miles on it, and it's just under 16,000 miles now, and we've had multiple problems, and it's a very, very low mileage car. It's a 2017 at that. So I'll begin with the first one, and this is on a road trip. A lot of the driving that we've done is very spirited, and if you guys haven't seen the videos, I strongly suggest you to click one of the videos that shows up right here. Watch some of the hooning that we've done with this car because it's actually quite good in that regard. But the problem is that it's very unreliable, and some of the mileage that we've done is highway miles, and a lot of the time when you're on the highway, you want to set the cruise control. This car, the cruise control is very intermittent. It chooses when it wants to work. So, like if I try to set it now, actually, it's not working now. But it's starting to work now. Sometimes it goes for like half an hour periods where it doesn't work. Look at this. So cruise is set to 100 right now, and look at the speed that it's going at. And look at the road. It's not like it's like high up or anything. It's a pretty flat road. Let me just try and get focus here. Again, I'll show you the current speed, 80. Cruise set to 102. And even the radar is confirming. And then sometimes it's already engaged. And then it just drops in speed. Let's say you set the speed to 80 miles an hour, you're cruising on the freeway. After about 20 minutes, you'll be cruising at 70 miles an hour. And even though it says the cruise is set to 80. So it's just very, very strange, very, very puzzling as to what the heck is going on with this car. The other reliability problem we face is with the convertible top. So you guys probably saw that in a couple of my videos if you guys watched. The convertible top stopped working. It wouldn't let us close the convertible top because it was saying there's something in the luggage area. Like this, the trunk has a separate area for where the convertible top goes in. It was thinking that there's something in there. We cleared everything out. We spent probably an hour trying to fix it ourselves. Didn't work. Took it back, waited for them to figure out what the heck was going on, and it turned out to be a sensor. That's just kind of baffling to me. The car had 13,000 miles at the time. That really shouldn't go wrong. And they had to replace the sensor, and now it's functioning properly. To add to those reliability issues, the throttle also gets stuck very occasionally, but it does. Let's say you're flooring it or you're just cruising and you take your foot off of it. It continues accelerating at the same clip until you slam on the brakes. Very, very dangerous, and I hope that this is just a lemon, but you know, that's just really unacceptable. That's a danger issue, and it's a hazard to have it on the road. And lastly, it also starts beeping at you randomly. This car specifically starts beeping at you randomly, and it doesn't give you a message as to why it's doing that, and it's just off and on. Sometimes it won't do it for a couple days, and then it'll come back and do it the next day 3 or 4 times in the day, and it just won't even tell you what the heck's going on with it. Very frustrating, very annoying. Another reliability problem, I can only assume. And lastly, the number one thing I absolutely despise about this 2017 Camaro is the abysmal trunk space and just cargo space as a whole. And when I say abysmal, I'm really giving the car a compliment because it's even worse than that. If you guys have watched this video all the way through, you guys can probably see all the crap stored behind us in the back seat. We're traveling on a road trip for two weeks and change, and you know, we each have a couple bags each. That's really shouldn't be a challenge for any coupe or even a sports car. You should be able to fit that no problem. With this car, in the trunk, you can fit one duffel bag, and I'm not even kidding. I'll roll a video right here to show you guys what we've managed to fit in the trunk. Here you go. And here's what it looks like with a bag in it. That's all you're going to fit in this trunk. So the rest of the luggage goes here. And then on top of that, when you look at your glove compartment, there's nothing in there. And then when you look at this, the center console, I can fit receipts and my wallet. That's it. Map pockets in the doors can fit a small bottle of sunscreen. Like I'm talking maybe this much. That's it. Then that's pretty much it for your storage space in this car. The rest you're going to have to put in the back seat. And again, if you want to use your back seats, that's not an option, and you know, it just doesn't work. Before this car, we rented a Mustang. That was originally supposed to be our car, Mustang convertible. That had a significant amount more space. I was able to fit all my personal luggage in the back and most of James's luggage there, and it was just such a more functional car. So to wrap things up, I really wish Chevy would address this and try and somehow fix this issue, because as it sits right now, in my opinion, this is not a functional Grand Tour or even a hauler or like a weekend warrior. You can't even go anywhere if you're going hiking, camping. You want to put your gear in this car, you can't, unless you're going to use the back seats. So Redliners, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't watched any of my travel vlogs, be sure to do so right now. I'll put a link right here in the description. You'll be able to see us hooning this car and having tons of fun with it and enjoying a bunch of cool scenery. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it informative. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below. Leave your comments, and I'll see you guys next video. Take care. Bye-bye.